हॅलो. हॅलो.
सर.
थोडंफार दिसते का आता?
हॅलो सर.
दिसते का जरा? दिसते का व्यवस्थित आता?
हो सर.
ठीक आहे. ओके. बघूया आता काय पर्याय नाही त्याला. So in cultivation process we discuss about it is a one type of perennial herb and
सर फर्स्ट स्लाइड दिसतीये.
आहे ना अवघड आहे गड्या.
स्टेरॉइड्स अँड टर्पेनॉइड्स वाली तुमची स्लाइड दिसतीये.
काय खरं काय कळावं काय मला काय कळना बाबा. सगळा खेळ आहे. आता कल्टिवेशन आता दिसते का बघा स्लाइड?
तर स्लाइड शेअरच नाहीये.
नाही दिसतच
तर
नाही आता
स्लाइड
काय.
शेअर बंद झाले.
हे नाही आता मला क्लिअर होते की तर मी दिसतोय
तर
मला
स्लाइड शेअरच बंद झाले.
मला इथं समोर दिसते तर कल्टिवेशन अशी स्लाइड आलेली.
हा सर झालं झालं आलं.
तर मला इथं समोर दिसते ना कल्टिवेशनची स्लाइड आहे आता.
हो सर.
So it is a perennial climber and grows to 3 meters. And we discuss about the requirement of soil, which requires sandy loamy soil, clay soil, and any type of soil is good for the cultivation of your dioscorea. But particularly, or more or less, it requires the neutral soil for better growth or optimum growth of the tubers, which require the climatic conditions semi-shade or no shade. And by means of using three methods, the cultivation or propagation of the diaspora is carried out. The first of all is the sowing the seeds. Secondly, the stem cuttings, and third one is tubercles. Particularly, if you go for sowing the seed process or the seed propagation process, it requires much time for the harvesting, and there is a variability in progeny. So, the method of choice for cultivation of diascorea is by using the healthy tubercles, and whatever be the healthy tubercles are used here, these healthy tubercles are having 70 to 80 grams of weight with crown and sealed for cultivation, selected for cultivation. uh, Firstly it is sown in nursery beds, and after 30 to 40 days they go on germination, and after 2 to 3 months it is transplanted into open field at a distance of 30 by 60. And first of all, in the first time or in the previous days, it requires the support because it is a one type of climber, and whatever be the veins are there, they are weak and tender, so it is necessary to give the support for the better growth. And during that period, we prepare or we give or we supply the manures and organic fertilizers for better growth. The irrigation process is carried out in between the time interval of 10 days, and after that the harvesting of these Dioscorea tubercles is carried out by after 2 years, which is a dried one, and after drying it loses the weight up to 50%. That all things we discuss in the last lecture. Also we discuss about the macroscopical characteristics, microscopy, then we discuss about chemical constituents, isolation of dioxygen in use. In usage, it is particularly used as a precursor for the corticosteroids, then pregnins. androstans, and 19 norsteroids. These are the various types of the steroidal substances, and these steroidal substances are prepared by means of using the precursor diosgenin. The diosgenin is first degraded into the 16-dehydropregnenolone acetate, and this 16-dehydropregnenolone acetate is a precursor, or it is acts as a precursor for the preparation or for the synthesis of different types of the steroidal products like corticosteroids. The example for corticosteroids are cortisone, hydrocortisone, and prednisolone, whereas the examples for pregenins are progesterone, 17th alpha hydroxyprogesterone, androstans like testosterone and methyl testosterone, etc. And also, it is acts as a precursor for 19 norsteroids like estrone, 17th alpha, ethylene, estradiol, and nor ethisterone acetate, etc. After that, we discuss about the usage. It is a main source of diosgenin. It is acts as an antispasmodic, anti-inflammatory, diuretic, GI tonic, and expectorant. These are the other usage we discuss about the diosgenin. Then today we are going to discuss with the another most most important example for steroidal or saponin glycosides are the licorice. The synonym for licorice, a lot of synonyms are given here. Radix glycyrrhizae, sweet licorice, mulethi, licorice, Yashtimadhu, and Jestmad. So Jestmad is a Marathi name for licorice. Licorice is a root or stolons, and they're having a lot of synonyms. Radix glycyrrhizae, sweet licorice, mulethi, licorice, Yashtimadhu, or it is also called as in Marathi as Jyeshta Madhu. So these are the various synonyms for licorice. Then biological source. So licorice consists of the peeled and unpeeled stolons. The two types of stolons or roots are available. So peeled and unpeeled. What do you mean by peeled and what do you mean by unpeeled? So unpeeled is means whatever with the bark is present on the wood of your stolon or root is not scrapped off. So such a type of stolons or roots are called as unpeeled roots. That means the stolons or roots having the bark on their surface. Whereas the peeled means whatever be the bark portion or which is present on your wood part of root and stolon, it is removed out or scrapped out. So such a type of root are called as peeled root. It is peeled and unpeeled. Peeled म्हणजे bark काढून टाकलेले आणि unpeeled म्हणजे bark remains as it is असलेले. त्याला unpeeled असं म्हटलं जातं. So this is the difference between peeled and unpeeled stolons. So the licorice generally consists both the roots and stolons, and they may be peeled or unpeeled roots and stolons, and they are obtained from the species Glycyrrhiza glabra Linn, and also the different species of Glycyrrhiza. So this is the biological source for licorice. The licorice consists of peeled and unpeeled stolons or roots, and it is obtained from the Glycyrrhiza glabra Linn, belongs to family Leguminaceae, and it's also having the species Glycyrrhiza, other species of Glycyrrhiza. It should contain not less than 3% of glyceric acid. So this is about the biological source. Synonym: Radix glycyrrhizae, sweet licorice, mulethi, licorice, Yashtimadhu, Jestmad. Biological source: it consists of peeled and unpeeled stolon roots obtained from the plant Glycyrrhiza glabra, and other species of Glycyrrhiza belongs to family Leguminaceae, which should contain not less than 3% of glyceric acid. Next, we will move towards the geographical source. Generally, it is found in China, Europe, India, Sicily, Siberia, Iraq, Japan, Kurdistan, Spain, Turkey, and the United States. Also, it is available in India. In India, particularly, it is grown in different states like your Punjab, Andaman Island, Sindh, and sub-Himalayan region tracks, and also it is available in Balochistan. So these are the various geographical source or lot of geographical source for the liquorice. Mainly the different countries are there where it is found, like China, Europe, India, Sicily, Siberia, Iraq, Japan, Kurdistan, Spain, Turkey, and United States. Out of here, in India, it is cultivated in Punjab state, also the Andaman Island, Sindh region, and sub Himalayan tract, and also it is available in the Balochistan. A lot of varieties are there, or 3 to 4 varieties are also available for Glycyrrhiza glabra. The Glycyrrhiza glabra variety violacea, which is also called as Persian licorice, which is identified by the violet flowers. So this is the another species for Glycyrrhiza glabra. Glycyrrhiza glabra Linn is the one of the most important species, and along with the Glycyrrhiza glabra Linn, the other species for Glycyrrhiza glabra available. Out of that, the first one is the Glycyrrhiza glabra variety violacea, which is also called as Persian licorice, and it bears the violet flower is the identification for the Persian licorice. Second species is Glycyrrhiza glabra variety glandulifera, which is also called as Russian licorice, and it is identified by big stalk with together number of elongated roots, but it is not have any stolon. Other species shows the presence of stolon, but Glycyrrhiza glabra variety glandulifera do not shows the presence of stolons, and it is distinct with big stalk together with number of elongated roots. Third species, Glycyrrhiza glabra variety typica, which is also called as Spanish licorice, and it is identified by bearing only the purplish blue colored papilionaceae flowers, and also it possesses a large number of stolons. The Glycyrrhiza glabra variety glandulifera do not show the presence of stolons, and it shows the Glycyrrhiza glabra variety typica shows number of stolons, and Glycyrrhiza glabra variety violacea is also detected or identified by it bears the violet flowers. Then the cultivation process. So licorice is cultivated for its edible root, which is widely used in the medicine as a flavoring agent. Particularly, the cultivation of licorice is for the eating of the root. Edible root is it is a edible root, so it is cultivated, and also it is widely used as a medicine. Not only medicine, but also it acts as a flavoring agent. It masks the bitter taste of the other substances, so that's why it is acts as a flavoring agent in different types of medicaments. So it is generally grown in a slow or from seed. Plants are rather slow to grow from seeds. So if you go for the propagation or cultivation of licorice by means of using seeds, so during that seeds, what happen, or during by using the propagation of seeds, the plants is slowly grow if you use the seed for propagation purpose. And if you propagate the plant by means of using stolons betterly, or the rate of enhance or rate of growth is better or more than that of your seeds. So propagation method is carried out by means of using the pieces of stolons instead of using the seeds. So here again, uh, the licorice is cultivated by means of using two methods. First of all, by using the seed propagation method, and second one is by using the means of your stolons. But if you recommend the seeds for the propagation method, it's having drawback. It is slow in growth, or the plant is grow in very slow rate. So that's why there is this is not a method of choice for cultivation of your licorice. So another method is adapted for the cultivation process of licorice, that is your using the pieces of stolons. The stolon, if you use the stolons, the growth of plant is more than that of your seeds. So particularly the stolons are used for the propagation process. So each pieces of these stolons having 2 to 3 buds of a aerial shoot. It is necessary, because if the buds are not available, then what happen? The growth is not possible. ज्यावेळेला आपण बघतो बड म्हणजे त्याला एक फांदी वगैरे अशी असली, फांदी कट केलेला असा जो पार्ट असतो, तर अशा पद्धतीचा काय पार्ट असेल, तर तशा पद्धतीचे पार्ट त्या ठिकाणी त्याला असणं गरजेचं आहे. मला वाटतं तुम्ही घरामध्ये टर्मरिक बघितले असेल, हळकुंड जर बघितलं असेल, तर त्याला एक वेगवेगळे बड्स असे असतात बघा. तर अशा पद्धतीचे जर स्टोलन्स आपण सिलेक्ट केले, तर इट गोज वेल. आफ्टर using the stolons for propagation process, it is require deep sandy soil and by supplying of the manufacturers and different types of fertilizers. So for the propagation or for the cultivation of licorice, it requires deep sandy soil, and this deep sandy soil is supplied by full of manures and fertilizers. So during the propagation process, we use the pieces of stolons, and these stolons are planted in the month of March, and we keep the distance between two stolons is 2 by 3. So this is the proper method for the propagation of your licorice. The stolons are used, so the different types of pieces which having 2 to 3 buds are selected for the propagation of licorice. Then deep sandy soil is required for the propagation purpose with full of manures and fertilizers. During the month of March, we go for the plantation of stolons in a deep sandy soil at a distance of 2 by 3 meters. And in the autumn season, the ground is dressed with again farmyard manures. So we have to provide about 40 tons of the acre to the acre. जर एका एकर मध्ये तुम्ही 1 एकर मध्ये जर लिक्वराइज कल्टिवेट केलं असेल, तर फॉर 1 acre it is required 40 tons of the farmyard manures. So after cultivation, the soil or your ground is provide the farmyard manures. If you uh, cultivate the licorice in 1 acre, then for 1 acre it requires near about 40 tons of farmyard manures. After that, again it is having the symbiotic relationship. So certain soil bacteria produces the noodles on the root and they fix the atmospheric nitrogen. So various types of the bacteria are available in the atmosphere which fix the atmospheric nitrogen like spirulina or other such a type of azotobacter. So these are the various types of bacteria are there, and these bacteria are present on the roots, and in on the roots they produces the nodules and they fix the atmospheric nitrogen, and it is also responsible for the better growth of your licorice. Then the most important thing for better growth of your licorice is keep the crop free from weeds. So this is the cultivation process. After cultivation process, you go for the collection process. So in cultivation, it is cultivated for edible root and widely used in the medicines and flavoring agents. So if you go for seed propagation, it's germinate in slow rate. So we use the stolons. Stolons which having 2 to 3 buds is selected for the cultivation process, and it is cultivated in deep sandy soil with full of manures and fertilizers. Generally, the propagation is carried out in the month of March and at a distance of 2 by 3 meters. And after that, again, we have to provide the farmyard manures for better growth. And some of the bacteria which are present in soil, they produces the nodules on the root and they fix the atmospheric nitrogen. And also, it is necessary to keep free the your crop from the weeds. So after full of growth, your licorice, the harvesting is carried out or collection process is carried out. So collection process is carried out carried out in the autumn season after fourth year or in the fourth year. So whatever be the plant, the year or yield, the age of your plant is fourth year, and that time you go for the harvesting of stolons or roots. So the method is used for harvesting is firstly carefully the soil is removed from the space between the rows, and the depth of your 2 to 3 feet, then exposing the roots and rhizomes at the side, and the whole being then removed bodily. So here, firstly, you have to remove the soil carefully from the roots, and then you have to deep plugging of 2 to 3 depth of expose the roots, and then you have to dug out whatever be the licorice root. So this is the method for the cultivation for the harvesting of your licorice roots. After that, the runners and roots are we have to collect. Then the farmer constitute the major part. The roots are contain the major part. Runners contain the major part. So you have to remove from the roots. Then roots are properly washed, trimmed, and sorted. So either sold in their entire state or cut into short length or dried. As it is, we have to go for the marketing process, or we have to cut into small pieces and then it is prepared for the marketing process. So whatever be the cortical layer is present, it is removed by scraping process, and the older or hard runners are sorted out and sold separately, and young or called soft runners are served for the propagation process. So here we get the hard stolons or hard runners or hard roots, and also we get the soft or young shoots. So the hard shoots are separated out from the young shoots, and the hard shoots are prepared for the market process or sold to the market. And whatever be the uh, young stolons are available, these young stolons are used for after the further propagation process. So this is the collection process of the liquorice root or liquorice stolon. Description of herb. Firstly, we discuss about the herb. So these are the some pictures of your liquorice herb. So it is a perennial shrub. It is a perennial shrub, and it is grows up to 1 to 5 meters. Generally, the roots are longer one. Unpeeled are reddish yellow in color, reddish yellow or dark brown in color externally, and they are peeled or yellow internally, coarsely fibrous. Leaves are generally compound. This is compound. Bunch of leaves available म्हणून त्याला काय म्हटलं जातं? Compound leaves, pinnate, alternate, alternate. इकडच्या बाजूला एक पान आहे, इकडच्या बाजूला एक पान आहे, म्हणून त्याला अल्टरनेट असं म्हटलं जातं. अँड दिस इज होल इज कॉल्ड ॲज लिफलेट, आणि ह्या पूर्ण भागाला लिफलेट असं त्या ठिकाणी म्हटलं जातं. अँड दिस लिफलेट विथ 4 to 7 pairs of leaflets. Whereas the flowers are small, pale to violet in color and papillonaceae. The fruits is having kidney-shaped seeds. 2 to 2.5 centimeter long pods. शेंगासारखं शेंगावर्गीय असे pods आहेत, and it containing 2 to 5 kidney-shaped seeds. So these are the seeds. This is your fruit, flower, and these are the leaves. So this is the description. It is a perennial shrub going up to 1 to 5 meters, whereas the roots are longer one. The unpeeled roots are reddish yellow to dark brown in color externally, whereas internally they are uh, whereas the peeled roots are yellow internally and coarsely fibrous one. Whereas the leaves are available in the form of compound, pinnate, alternate, and the leaflet having 4 to 7 pairs of leaflets. Whereas the flowers are small, pale to violet in color, and papillonaceae. The fruit is available in the form of pods, and the size of pods is 2 to 2.5 centimeter, and the seeds are of 2 to 5 kidney shaped seeds available in the uh, pods of your fruit. Next, we discuss about the morphological characteristics. So the color. So this is your unpeeled licorice roots, and this is your peeled licorice root. So this is the difference. Unpeeled मध्ये बघा, ही वरच्या बाजूला तुम्हाला बार्क दिसते, म्हणून त्याला अनपील्ड रूट असं म्हटलं जातं. आणि इथं जर तुम्ही बघितलं तर वरची बार्क आहे ती रिमूव्ह केलेली आहे, फक्त उड पार्ट किंवा उडी पार्ट त्या ठिकाणी रिमेनिंग आहे. सो इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज peeled licorice stolon. So if we observe the unpeeled licorice, it is externally yellowish brown or dark brown in color, and internally it is yellowish in color. आतल्या बाजूने जर इथला पार्ट किंवा इथला पार्ट जर तुम्ही बघितला तर इट इज yellowish in color. It is shows the yellowish in color, and the external part, this is your external part, and this external part shows the yellowish brown or dark brown color. Yellowish brown or dark brown color. Whereas odor is faint and characteristic, taste is sweet. Okay, so this is about the color, odor, and taste. So the color for unpeeled licorice is externally it is dark brown in color or yellowish brown in color, and internally it is yellowish in color. Whereas the peeled licorice is having pale yellow color. Totally, it shows the presence of pale yellow color. If you take odor, then it shows the presence of faint or characteristic odor, and the taste is sweet. Whereas we observe this length or we count the length, then measure the length is near about 20 to 50 centimeter with diameter 2 centimeter. So length is 20 to 50 centimeter and diameter is 2 centimeter. Whereas shape is unpeeled are cylindrical and straight, whereas peeled are angular one. Fracture is fibrous for bark, and it is splintery for splinter means small, thin, sharp pieces of wood, and it is splintery for wood. Extra features: the unpeeled pieces shows the presence of small buds and longitudinal wrinkles. So this is your unpeeled stolon. इथे एक बारीक स्पॉट दिसते बघा तुम्हाला पिंक कलरचा. That is called as your small buds. Presence of small buds, and it is having longitudinal wrinkles, आणि त्याच्यावरती longitudinal wrinkles present असलेलं पाहायला मिळतं. So this is about the morphological characteristics. The unpeeled drug shows externally yellowish brown to dark brown in color, and internally it is yellowish in color, whereas peeled licorice shows totally pale yellow color. Odor is faint and characteristic. Taste is sweet. Length is near about 20 to 50 centimeter with 2 centimeters of diameter. The unpeeled licorice stolon having straight and cylindrical in shape, whereas the peeled are angular one. Whereas the fracture is fibrous for bark and splintery for wood. And during the fracture, it produces small, thin, or sharp pieces of your wood. Whereas extra features, the unpeeled stolons shows the presence of your buds, and as well as it shows presence of longitudinal striations. Next, microscopical characteristics. In microscopy, the main part is available is periderm. So this periderm is consist of again phylum, which is also called as cork, and this cork is having several layers of tubular cells. Outer layer is having reddish brown color and inner having colorless one. Whereas phelogen is indistinct, and pheloderm containing 3 to 5 layered immediately below the cork, and parenchyma cells are present, and it also shows the presence of cellulose. Also, the present type of calcium oxalate crystals and minute number of starch grains are also present in the pheloderm. So this is the first part. The outermost part of the licorice is called as periderm, and this periderm is consist of phylum, phelogen, and pheloderm. The phylum is made up of tubular cells. The outer layer is color one, and inner layer is colorless one. The outer layer having reddish brown color, whereas the inner layer shows colorless color. Whereas phelogen is indistinct. Pheloderm consists again 3 to 5 layers of the parenchymatous cells, and it contains cellulose, prism type of calcium oxalate, and minute type of starch grains. Below the periderm, it shows presence of secondary phloem, which having the fibers, the bundles of fibers, and soft phloem elements and tangentially medullary rays are available. Whereas below the secondary phloem or at the region of your secondary phloem, it also shows the presence of medullary rays, which is distinct one by two multiseriate, दोन किंवा त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त मल्टी सेल्स असलेलं multiseriate त्या ठिकाणी medullary rays are available. It is also parenchymatous one and contain the xylem. After that, it shows presence of the secondary xylem region. So secondary xylem region is well represented. Secondary xylem region is well represented, and again it shows presence of large medullary rays are there, and these are the xylem, and these xylem consist of vessels. These are called as vessels. They are called as vessels, and the fibers are present surrounding to the vessels. These are called as fibers and lignified parenchyma. These are the lignified parenchymas are also present. The vessels are generally wide and sclerenchymatous, which is bordered pit thickening. Whereas this is the pith, and this pith consists of the large parenchyma with intercellular space contain starch grains, and the pith is absent in your root. So this is about the microscopical characteristics of licorice. So in licorice, this is your periderm region, and this periderm region, from this to this area, this whole region is called as periderm, and this periderm region is called as made up of cork, pheloderm, and phloem. So this whole part called as periderm. Below the periderm, it shows presence of secondary region, secondary phloem region, and this is your secondary xylem region. This secondary xylem region containing vessels, fibers, and also the parenchyma. And lastly, at the middle, it shows the presence of the pith. So this is about the microscopical characteristics. Some of the standard values are given here. If you observe the pilled drug, so ash value not more than 6%, unpilled drug not more than 10%, acid insoluble in case of pilled drug not more than 1%, in case of unpilled drug not more than 2.5%, water soluble extractive not more than 20%. These are the standard values for licorice. Next, we move towards the chemical constituents. The chief chemical constituent for licorice root is glycyrrhizin. Near about 6 to 8% of glycyrrhizin is available, and it's having characteristics like it is sweet in taste, and the sweetness of your glycyrrhizin is 50 times more than your sucrose. जे आपण सुक्रोज म्हणजे साखर जी खातो त्या साखरेपेक्षा 50 times more sweeter the glycyrrhizin is. White crystalline powder is there, and it shows presence of your again calcium and potassium salts of glyceric acid. So this is the chief chemical constituent present of licorice. The licorice root contains glycyrrhizin near about 6 to 8%, and it is 50 times sweeter than your sucrose, which is white crystalline powder, and also shows calcium potassium salts of glyceric acid. दिसतंय का स्लाइड, दिसतंय का बाळांनो, आणि ऐकू येतंय का?
सर स्लाइड डिफरंट दिसायला लागली आणि तुमचा आवाज पण कट होतोय.
मायक्रोस्कोपीची स्लाइड आहे, आणि मी केमिकल कॉन्स्टिट्युएंट एक्सप्लेन करायला लागलो ड्यू टू द प्रॉब्लेम ऑफ नेट.
हा सर.
काहीच करू शकत नाही. वी आर हॅव्हिंग प्रॉब्लेम कनेक्टिंग टू द नेटवर्क, असंच म्हणते डायरेक्ट. एक मिनिट. परत एकदा मी शेअर करतो ती स्लाइड, आता काय पर्याय. स्लाइड बी येणं झालेली. दिसते का स्लाइड?
नाही सर, मायक्रोस्कोपीचीच आहे अजून.
ठीक आहे, थांबूया आपण. नेटवर्कचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. मी तुम्हाला स्लाइड गुगल क्लासरूमला मी सगळ्या स्लाइड तुम्हाला हे करून देतो. हां, त्याच्या पाठवून देतो स्लाइड. थांबूया इथं, आता 11 पण
ओके सर.
वाजलेले 11 पण वाजलेले आहेत.
ओके सर.
अटेंडन्स रोल नंबर 1 स्क्रीनशॉट काढून घ्या.
येस सर. हा सर.
रोल नंबर 2
सर व्हॉइस कट होतोय तुमचा.
रोल नंबर 2 हॅलो रोल नंबर 2
Yes, sir.
3
Present, sir.
4 ज्यांची अटेंडन्स होईल त्यांनी लेफ्ट व्हायचं आहे बरं का. रोल नंबर 3 हॅलो